Morning, everyone. Welcome and thank you for coming out. We are so excited about this event. Um, Women in technology, there's so much happening in industry, so much excitement around this topic. And, it's just wonderful that you've all made the effort to be here. I'd like to introduce you to Nadine DeToy. She's our managing executive for Africa at Inspired Testing. Prudence Babetsela is the chair lady of For IR for Her. And unfortunately, she can't make it, but she'll be zooming in from her home. She was in a car accident and broke her ankle. But it did not prevent her from, being here. So we'll zoom Prudence in a little bit later. Um, if there's any questions, we will get to that afterwards. But we will start with the program now. And thanks again for being here. Nadine?
Thank you, Karen. Morning, everyone. It's quite a wet, gloomy day in Johannesburg, but we're streaming live, so welcome everyone listening in. I want to plant a number 135, 135 in your minds. Get to know the number, get to think about the number, and we'll reveal shortly what that's about. But remember 135. We want to define how today's technology is changing how we do conduct business, how we conduct and career path of future. We want to look at how David Novak, who's the chairperson CEO of Yum Brands, very much look at how we take people on a journey with us. If you want to achieve big things, you want to drive success, the aspect of people driving forward in development, achieving results and successful together is what we're about to achieve. We are driving an insight-driven approach. We want to lead people and we want to achieve big goals. So I have a simple question. We want to see what's the biggest thing that will change your career today? What's the biggest element that will change your life today? And how will you measure that? So take a standpoint of view. We all have a lifeline. We all look at what are our achievements, what's our low, what is it that we work towards, and how do we get there? So from an organization point of view, we know what our lifelines are. We know when we initiate an organization. We know when we expand our business models. We know when we grow our business internationally, more client, more services. But look at your lifeline. Let's bring that measurement back. How do we achieve big change? We do it by doing one thing. We measure it day to day to day. If we do and we tend 1% every day for the next year, so that's 1 to the power of 365. It still ends up being 1 at the end of the day. So we attempt, but we don't drive forward. If we change it and we say we're doing 1.01% small maturity steps, we're going to get our 37% growth. And that's what it is about. It's the small steps in the long term that's going to give us response. I want to welcome you and introduce myself. My name is Nadine DeToy. I'm Managing Executive of Africa for Inspired Testing. We're looking at how technology force IT and IT leaders to change the way we strategize, to also very much understand how we build and own structure, how we strive engagements and encourage people's behavior, the behavior we want. So Goldman Sachs lists the characteristics of a successful and a high-performing organization, but they only list 4 basic elements. One is quality of services and products. The second is profitability. The third is international competition. And the fourth is to predict growth. Now, as an organization, those are all our measuring sticks. We understand that we need to take and lead from future technology. We need to understand that we take it forward in driving career opportunities for all the people in the journey we're on. But we also know that an organization is a socio-technical system. And what does it mean for us? It means that a company is not going to be successful if we don't adapt, if we don't embrace the speed of innovation to rapid and iteratively drive effective solutions, if we don't explore and drive emerging markets and technology trends, if we don't disrupt by repositioning ourselves in industries, new or current. And if we collaborate by connecting problem owners with solution owners, by driving inspired inclusivity, meaning we drive diverse points of view as a successful organization. So IT leaders always have the challenge of closing the technology skill gap. And that's why we're here today. In our partnership with 4IR for Her, we're looking at exactly what are the challenges that our clients, our business, and ourselves are facing every day. And that is to make sure that we close the gap on the future opportunities and the future roles that we are set out to be. There's no formal qualification. If you walk out of university today, you're going to understand that you can do programming. You can understand what is information systems. We've moved forward from there. The roles that we're defining today does not have the qualifications given in paper today. So how do we adapt? How do we bring that forward in our lives? So we want to reinvent ourselves, and we want to open the world of possibilities by enabling innovation, by learning and development, managing, engaging, and supporting change with all IT leaders and for. So we shifted from an information technology landscape. We all have done it. We've all very much gone into using technology on a day-to-day basis. But we've moved into a future view of robotic and intelligent system world. It's quite a bigger world. There's a much more bigger aspect with regards to behavior, technology, involvement in our day-to-day lives, and how we interact, how we engage, and how we grow. So we embrace this process of innovation. But I want to use a few examples of how we're driving innovation in technology. Now, coming from a software quality engineering, software engineering as a whole background, the future's always been driving the change, driving the trend. But we are seeing it differently. So the 4 examples I want to refer to is part of our daily lives. We leverage the zero emission green hydrogen to drive sustainability. How will cars, how will the efficiency of global economic climate factors change? We want to employ intelligent healthcare settings to improve our health. We're all very much part of this pandemic currently. We want to make sure that we turn out to be healthy and we turn out to be very much strong in understanding what is the behavior in order to restrict and also to progress in the thinking and understanding of this pandemic. So we want to do the rethink of how the future of food production will look like. We want to rethink on how we supercharge students to learn through intelligent tutoring. These are all basic examples of how artificial intelligence, our technology, has given us the opportunity to change and grow. So as the Microsoft CEO, Satya Nadella, has said, it's about human capital and the human potential. And technology empowers humans to do great things. So we live fascinating lives. Day in, day out, we're involved in software development systems. We're involved in IT as a user, driving the journey through an application, engagement. But a couple of years ago, some software glitches caused really much some mayhem, and as well as lost his life. So an example of that is the F-35 Joint Striker Flyjet. What happened was the planes are flying in formation, and the bug caused the planes to incorrectly detect and lock in on the wrong targets when they're flying in formation. So instead of identifying the correct target, it was seeing double, it was seeing multiple targets and could not make decisions based on the outcome thereof. So in essence, nothing is something is very much driving the behavior of knowing that technology is there, knowing that the behavior of mindsets, thinking, resolving, driving algorithms, driving solutions are together working into making sure that when we fly at high speed, at high altitude, we are in sync. Our systems are there to protect us, and we are there to show intent of how we manage the behavior of those systems. We also have the self-driving car technologies. We all know it's coming. We all know that they have been very much on beta and testing and trial, and international markets have had exponential growth and interest on those industries and technologies. But we also know that it can have a tragic outcome. So in 2018, a software glitch on the artificial intelligence used in a self-driving car actually caused a fatal crash. A lady lost her life. And the problem in the glitch, unfortunately, was that the autonomous programming detects objects in the roads, but it's got a sensitive level that you can adjust. So if a piece of paper roll over the road, the car won't go and brake at a point. It will still continue to drive. And unfortunately, it ignored the true threat and ignored the rest of the aspects of the thinking and the behavior that we needed to make sure that technology can give us the results. And that caused a fatal accident. So can machines do what we as thinking entities can do? Well, we're getting there. Artificial intelligence is very much in a third generation of advancements. It's not just data that's driving algorithms these days. It's not just algorithms that's changing behavior, knowing the environment, knowing the circumstances, knowing the behavior aspects towards each situation. It's now evolving to be much more matured and smarter than a thinking capability of a human being. So artificial intelligence is here to stay, and it's here to make our lives easier. But it's also very much here to make sure that our existence needs to be future-proof. We go through a learning process, we go through a reasoning process, and we go through a self-correcting process. When we look at a journey that we take every day in our career, in our lives, in a corporate environment, we know that we're learning throughout this process. We know that we're reasoning and changing and adapting throughout this process, and that we're driving self-correction and enhancing technology to get the future results. So, to bring you back to the 135, that is the number of applications that I have stored on my cell phone. That's the number of user journeys, platforms, application, insight-driven information systems that engage with me every day as I travel to work, as I check the weather, as I correspond and collaborate within teams, as I use IT, as I use any form of technology. My capability is dependent on my applications. So look at your applications today and start seeing the reality for what it is. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the morning with us. I want to open a lucky draw at a moment. You've all received envelopes. Within the envelopes, there is, or written on the envelope, there's a number. So perfect. Can I go? You guys ready? If I do miss a number that I draw, I'll definitely try again. So the winning prize that will be handed over, Karen, if you will for me, please, it's on the envelope. So if you turn the envelope, we've written on a marker a number. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm just going to put this back.
Has everyone got a number? Raise your hand if you haven't got a number or you can't see your number. We're all good. Awesome.
Perfect. And you want to give it insight to what the price is?
So we put some heads together and was wondering what we would give as a prize, and it evolved a little bit, but we are super excited about this prize. It is a full delegate ticket to the Women in Tech conference happening in June, in 7 to 11th of June. Right. So
Yeah.
wow.
35.
35.
35.
there isn't a number, we'll just draw again. Lower, right. 21. Lower, we're going lower, right. We're just building it up. It's all planned. We're just building it up. 6. Number 6. Oh, wonderful. Come up, come up. I need to have a more. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
There you
Thank
go.
you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Nadine. That was really very insightful. If you have any questions, please get hold of Nadine and ask her your questions. I'm now going to pass over to Prudence Mabitsela, chair lady of 4IR for Her. Inspire Testing has also partnered with 4IR for Her for this year, and we'll be working on a whole goal plan throughout the year where staff and employees will be involved in. Are we ready to switch over? Good morning, Prudence.
Good morning, Karen, Nadine, everyone else. Very happy and excited to be part of the initiative. And I'm happy that obviously technology is able to bring us all together. You know, as you mentioned, Karen, earlier on, I was in an accident about 2 weeks ago, but nothing could ever really stop me from being part of the event. And I'm happy that technology was able to bring us all together today. I'm hoping that you are able to see my screen, my presentation. Please nod if you are able to. Okay. Are we able to see it? Okay, perfect.
It's all good. Thanks, Prudence.
Perfect. So, you know, we're introducing 4IR for Her in partnership with Inspire Testing. And I remember the first day when I met with Lucas and Inspire Testing, introducing the initiative and what it's about. And I really said to them, it's more about a movement than anything else. We see what is happening in our country. We see what is happening in the world. There's a lot of scarcities in various means, scarcities within job roles, scarcities within women in power. We see scarcities with women in different organizations. So I found it to be part of a very heartfelt type of initiative and movement to say, let us be very instrumental and very intentional in the manner at which we bring upon technology, but in the manner at which we brought upon females within the digital economy. So our vision, very simple. It's to ensure that we play as a catalyst role to ensure that there's inclusion of women within the digital economy. And, you know, we talk about the fourth industrial revolution, we talk about previous revolutions, but we also talk about other countries that are actually within further industrial revolutions than the fourth. And you know, Nadine earlier on mentioned something that was crucial. When you talk about fourth industrial revolution, you talk about disruption, and there isn't, you can't talk about disruption without having to link up the fourth industrial revolution. And you also spoke about forward tech. You spoke about education at the current moment, not initiating the process of futuristic outcomes of skills. So what do we do? I think you mentioned it earlier on, Nadine. It's all about collaboration. It's all about ensuring that we work alongside with organizations such as 4IR for Her in collaboration with Inspire Testing and various other organizations, closing a skills gap that's within technology, but also being intentional in women empowerment. I wanted to, before I play this video, tell you about a story of a meeting I had 2 days ago. And it's about, township economy, empowering of entrepreneurs within the township space. And part of their drive is close to what I do. It's close to what I live for as an individual, which is, ensuring that we assist as many people as possible and closing certain gaps that currently exist within our economy, but also growing the economy as we move along. And at the end uh, of the session with the organization, one thing that they mentioned was that that they'll pair us up, me being the advisor and the mentor to a mentee within the township economy. And I remember saying, "Please, can you pair me up with a female?" And they sat there for a couple of seconds and they said, "Honestly, Prudence, as part of the pipeline, we do not have any females." And to me, that sounded very bizarre because I look around, even just right now in this very room, there's a lot of females. So we cannot say that there aren't any females. So I still stuck to what I proposed to them, and I still said I will participate in their program, but only if they find me a female mentee to mentor. So I still live by that, and I still want to ensure that we pass that on as we move along in the journey of partnership alongside with Inspired Testing, as well as various other organizations, to say, let's be intentional. Let's ensure that we bulk up the purpose of why organizations such as For Her currently exist, and be intentional in how we bring upon females into the digital economy. So I'll play the video. 4IR For Her is a non-profit organization that assists females to participate more effectively in the digital economy. We at 4IR For Her have started a movement to support the initiative that closes the skills and gender gap. 4IR For Her is a non-profit organization that assists females to participate more effectively in the digital economy. We at 4IR For Her have started a movement to support the initiative that closes the skills and gender gap, that focuses on an inclusive and diverse workforce of females that have scarce skills which are technology related. This will assist companies' growth, be more effective, and most importantly, play a vital role in growing the economy. To create technological and social impact through various digitalization activities that will empower females and create new digital ecosystems. The benefits for a company that wants to get involved in the 4IR For Her initiative include to claim up to 135% of spend for Triple BEE corporate social responsibility, pipelining of SMMEs or EMEs that could be part of enterprise and supply development database, an opportunity to introduce cutting edge technology, market testing site and development, an ability to select emerging applications from hackathons and SMMEs. 4IR For Her will assist companies implement a corporate social investment program to help balance the scale of women in the workplace. Pledge to assist a 4IR For Her techie, ask us how and get involved. Lots of benefits for organizations who get involved in this initiative. 4IR For Okay, perfect. So I wanted to play that because that takes us through really how we started off in partnership with Inspired Testing. And it's all about collaboration. It's all about us coming together, ensuring that we also understand who, when we say 4IR For Her, who they are. So predominantly, you have to be female, you have to be under the youth category, between the ages of, particularly when you are over the ages of 18 and 35, but we also have programs of the youngsters who are between a year and 17 years of age, ensuring that they also are not left behind as we move along with technology. You also, if you are a 4IR for her beneficiary, you would have to have a passion and a drive. And we always want to ensure that we go for the marginalized, especially people that live in rural areas. You need to be a problem solver and a problem thinker. I wanted to just show this picture of two different scenarios. You see on your left, there are females that are probably very hungry for opportunities. They're living in a rural area. They're being taught the olden way using a book and a pen, and they're currently being taught outside of a normal working area. And then you'll see here on your right, you see a young girl living in an urban area who currently is being taught, like a lot of us, a lot of our kids are currently being taught using a learning management system in the virtual space. And they're currently utilizing technology as part of their day-to-day. And the scenario here is the individual here on the left and on the right has probably does not have the same equal amount of opportunity to succeed after 15 or 16 years. And probably these two individuals, one of these two, will probably meet at some point in university. And the type of learnings that both of them would have learned would have been different. And now putting this one at a much more advantage than the learners that are on the left. So with us being intentional in how we train, in how we are collaborating, and how we source our beneficiaries is crucial, because we want to give more benefit to this one lady, to this one girl, to this one female, so that after 15 years cycle, they're able to still be on par with this one, ensuring that they are very psychologically and socially ready to also combat the future of work. What would normally go through 4IR and type of trainings one would get? Like Nadine mentioned, there's a lot of emerging technologies that currently exist. They would go through data science and cloud, a lot of cybersecurity, because you can't just train someone and not really make them aware of the cyberspace. A lot of the artificial intelligence, robotics and Internet of Things. But also, I think something that's important within our program is that there's a lot of social, psychological training that goes into empowering the female to know more about themselves and how they can handle themselves once they start growing outside of the tech space and into their own. And the other exciting thing that we've also embarked on is techpreneurship skills. This is where we are outlining a lot more females to close that skills gap that currently exists within the economy, within the technological space, within the company entrepreneurship space. So once the learners complete a certain segment of training, they're able to then also get a lot of techpreneurship skills, ensuring that they also start their own businesses and start growing the economy. Part of the ecosystem is a lot of the incubation that is given, which is where we also link up mentors and mentees that are part of this program. We have a lot of government backups, we have funders, we had companies such as Inspire Testing that also participate within the corporate space. And employability is something that we really want at the end as far as the females is concerned. So a lot of placement also, companies are also involved within the ecosystem. In my last slide, really, I did want to showcase the benefits that are involved for companies that are participating in such a program as 4R for Her. Skills Resource Hub, this is where they're able to pull in females that will close a skills gap within their company. Our programs are fully customizable, working at what the company wants to achieve from an output perspective, and then us closing that, ensuring that the company has influence within the curriculum and the type of individuals and females that they want to be part of their programs, whether it's programming, coding, it's going into AI, robotics, data science. We're able to customize it to best suit the company. It's strengthening the economy at large by having the techpreneurship type of programs, whereby we have a lot more individuals that know more about how to best serve the economy, how to best have more money to actually put back into the country. They get to be part of the ecosystem like Inspired Testing currently is. And there's also various other benefits, tax benefits and triple BE benefits that a company can get as part of the initiative. But for me, and I think also for Inspired Testing, it's being more intentional around, growing someone, seeing someone who couldn't even operate, as an example, a computer or a tablet more efficiently, and now being able to now be an analyst as far as data science is concerned. Seeing that and seeing that growth of an individual is more empowering than any other tax benefits. I would like to just thank Inspire Testing. I'd like to thank the 4IR for her team and executive board for ensuring that we have such an initiative and a movement, and it keeps on moving and keeps on growing. And we would like to just invite more people, more organizations to get involved. And if you want to get involved, you can email us on that email address, but also you can find us on social media. You can find us on our various platforms and our website in order for us to partner up even further. I have been given another task by the team. There's nothing that is as humbling as seeing actual beneficiaries that are part of a program, seeing them face to face. And as Inspire Testing and 4R for her, we didn't just want this to be a marketing event. We didn't just want it to be an event of sorts where we talk about something. We wanted to also showcase to you the type of individuals that are beneficiaries that are part of the program, that have gotten some sort of benefit out of this initiative. So I have been tasked to give off some names of individuals that were part of the competition. So we had a competition, just to give you a bit of background. There was a bit of hackathons, and we had females that were part of the competition, and we actually narrowed it down to the top 3. So I would like to just announce the top 3. Karen, with your...
Just waiting for Gillian and
permission, please.
Minonia to join us. Yeah.
Perfect. With your permission, please, once you're ready, I would like to announce the names once they're ready.
Prudence, when you're ready, we are ready.
Perfect. I see gifts there. I would have loved to be there. I've also seen in the
Can
background that
we
there's
can we maybe get all the beneficiaries up to the front?
please.
Please. Let's just stand there on your left there next to Nadine. So they have already been part of 4IR for her programs. And Gillian, I'll give it over to you.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. I think the chairperson of 4IR for her deserves a round of applause. Can we please all give Prudence a round of applause? Thank you so much, Prudence. We really do appreciate the fact that you've availed yourself in your circumstances. And on behalf of myself and Vanolia, we couldn't have done this without you. So we've got the top beneficiaries. We had a competition that took place not so long ago. So in total, we had 68 beneficiaries that took place in the competition. And what they've done, just a little background, they have developed applications, web applications, as well as websites that is still in development. And I think they need mentorship for them to um, get that to a successful stage. So I would call on Vanolia to give the first prize, and that will go to Lavdonia. The second prize, we've got a group of 3 ladies, and their names are Kiara Petsi, Precious, and Madi. The third prize would go to the lovely 3 ladies that's standing on my left, and they are Boitsi, Happiness, and Bui.
Well done, ladies. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you, beneficiaries.
So this is what I was talking about earlier on to say, nothing else is as exciting as seeing the beneficiaries really getting all of these prizes. But it's all about what's in the prizes as well. What does it talk about? How will it assist them in their current journey of becoming a 4IR for her techie? So we have prizes that range between top of the range laptops, as well as top of the range tablets that will assist these 4R for her techies take their career way up. So thank you very much to Inspire Testing and 4R for her for the partnership, because all of this would not have been of fruition. So thank you so much.
Jillian Watkins from 4IR for her and Finolia, you can just come forward. Inspire Testing has donated 137,000 Rand for 4IR for her. We are extremely proud to be able to make this donation. We understand and we value what you do, Prudence and the team. We want to be a part of it. We want to be part of changing the world, of changing lives, of empowering women, of leaving a legacy behind, and to really sow back into the youth who will be the leaders of tomorrow. Not only have we donated the 137,000 Rand, but we also want to spend time, give our time, and therefore the employees of Inspire Testing will be involved in the year ahead to also partner with the people, and to really to mentor them, to encourage them. We all walk different journeys, and we all walk out in different ways. So thank you, Gillian. Thank you, Vanolia. Thank you, Nadine. Did anybody have any questions that you wanted to ask Nadine or Prudence before we Prudence goes? Thank you so much again for coming. We really, really appreciate it. Of course, an event is never a success without the people attending. We are excited about technology. We are excited about the future, and we really want to share it with people. There are so many stories. There are so many things to talk about and take this forward. But enjoy the rest of your morning, and we look forward to seeing you at the next event. Thank you, everyone.
The last thank you, but not the least, goes to Karen and her team for preparing and setting up and arranging today. This event has come quite the mile. Our journey has just started, ladies. We are very excited to understand and know that our dreams are dreams that we build together. So thank you, Karen. Thank you to you and your team, the invites, the follow-ups, the arrangements, the flying to Johannesburg, all of the effort shown. Thanks very much.
Prudence, are you still there just before you go?
I'm still here. Where else
Oh,
could I go?
fantastic. You can't go. You can't go. Not yet. I know you can't be here, but just to say thank you. Some beautiful flowers for your home, and get well soon. And Nadine, thank you so much for your preparation and yeah, just everything. You're an awesome leader at Inspired. We really admire you, and thank you for being part of leadership that takes the company forward.